So I found some free items online that I want to go see if I can flip. We're going to start from 0 and work our way up to whatever the goal may be. It could be $50, could be $100, could be $1,000. So let's see what this stuff is and let's see if we can end up selling it. The only thing I'm seeing is this right here, which we might be able to flip. Everything else looks like it's just completely trash. There's a fan, other house goods. So let's see what we can do with this at least. Feels solid. I just got back home and I want to show you what I got for free on the side of the road that I found online. This looks to be like a nightstand. It's only one nightstand. Normally they do better in pairs of 2. But hey, this is a start from scratch. If you don't have any money, or maybe you just want to make some extra money. I'm going to show you the process of what I do to clean up these items, because I do this as a hobby. It's not a job, but it pays for whatever needs to be paid for. Bills, car notes, rent, whatever. Anyways, let me show you what the condition that it's in right now, and then we'll go from there. So like I showed seconds ago, maybe I didn't, this has got some damage and it needs to be fixed up. I don't know if this is hardwood. I don't know if this is solid wood or what, but it feels like it. It's heavy and it's got some weight to it, and I can't pick this up with one hand. And also, I don't know if it's that particle board. Is that the word that I'm looking for? That companies use to make products. Like this feels like particle board, but again, I don't really know. I'm not a wood expert. The drawer opens and closes just as fine. There's, looks like there's some chips or something. Spider web dust, and the marks, and whatever else. It needs a really, really good cleaning in order to sell this. So let me show you step by step on what I do to make this look a little bit better. You can just sell it as it is. You may only get $10, $15 at the maximum. And I mean, if we're starting from 0, yes, that's a good jump from 0 to 15. But you want to try to make it look nice and has more value to it. So with that being said, let's get into the video and I'll show you what I do. I personally like to start with one of these paper towels, or multiple paper towels, and to wipe down the surface. So you're getting all that dirt and whatever else built up is on this nightstand. But you want to make sure it's you want to make sure it's nice and clean. Don't worry, it's not uneven. It's just the ground of how things are at this area. It's a new house and all type of stuff. See, it's solid now. All right, so you pretty much understand what I'm doing. I'm gonna dry it, get it ready to go, and then we'll move on to the next step. So there's something I need to mention. I believe this is particle board, but it's heavy. I don't know, it's just how it's made or what, but I was gonna sand it. I think sanding particle board might be a bad idea. So this is what I'm going to do. I did say this is from scratch. If you happen to have any paint laying around from any of your family members, your parents, your grandparents, people are cutting grass while I'm trying to speak. It happens. You're living in a subdivision, but there's all different types of paints that you can use based on what you find interesting. What I recommend is, like I said, use what you have. But with that being said, the best colors that I know of that work for me personally is either black, dark brown, light brown, those type of shades, whites, grays, anything like that. Now over here, I bought some paint. This is flat black, if I'm correct. It's indoor, it's outdoor paint that can be used to paint whatever. So we're going to start painting it. Like I said, I'm not going to sand it because I think that is particle board and it feels like particle board. Again, let me say it for the third time. I don't know my wood that well. That's just what it is. That's what I think it is. So with that being said, let's start painting. Now, I'm not the best painter, but like I said, I've done this in the past, and my work seems to be selling what I'm doing, so I guess I'm doing something right. Educate me, maybe you can teach me how to paint even better, because as of right now, it's going to need another coat, obviously, but it's already looking better with no scratches on there. Time to get underneath this and the sides. Oh, I forgot to take the knob off. It's one thing you want to do before you start painting. I completely forgot about that. Remember when I said I'm not an expert? Well, there you go. I forgot. We're not perfect, so let's take it off and then get back to painting. There is a screw to get it out, but it's deep in there. Well, I guess what I'm gonna have to do is paint around it. I don't have any painter's tape, nor do I know any of my family members that have painter's tape at the moment, so I'm gonna have to paint around it and be careful. That's a big no-no that you want to do, so you gotta make the best out of it. What's good though about this is that I can easily rub it off if there gets some paint on it. That is way too much paint too. Oh shoot. Yeah, I told you guys for the third time I'm not an expert at painting, but whatever I'm doing seems to be working because I've been selling this stuff for a little while. I'm about to do what it's called a big no-no. I'm gonna paint around it and paint on it. But like I said, good thing is it comes right off. And you would have never known. Wow, it actually got the whole thing. And let's get the paint off there. It's got a teeny tiny bit on there, but that'll do. I'll go back with a rag and get the rest off. Now let's finish up painting this, and then I'll show you the after once it gets done. I just finished up painting it. I went back and made sure I got every nook and cranny because I want it to look good. It's gonna need another coat, obviously, but I wanted it to look at least as good as the first coat can possibly get. So this is what it looks like now. And like I said before, it still needs another coat. You may not be able to see it that well on camera, but I'm seeing some spots even right now through the lens of the GoPro. And especially down here, like I said, I already put first coat on it. I went back and make sure it was nice and smooth and clean. Now I just need to let it cool. Let it cool? Okay, let it dry. See, you may be able to see that one right there, but I gotta retouch up that little section at least. And right there. And of course, multiple spots. Got paint on me. Now, after you finish painting, you wanna go around and look at and make sure you got all of the drips off. You don't want those drips to dry on there. That's gonna make it look even tackier. And no, it's just, that's a big no. You don't wanna do that. So, I'm gonna swing the GoPro back around, and you're gonna look one more time. Every inch of this, whatever you wanna call it, nightstand, I guess. I mean, you could use it for a side table, but the point is just look around. You could even check me while I'm filming, because you may see something I may have missed. Up and down, side to side. And of course you need to check the drawer out. A little dusty still. I did go back and clean a little knob right here that had paint on it. It still has a teeny tiny bit more, but it's coming right off easily. Other than that, it looks like it is good to go. So, it needs to sit there for 24 hours before I can put another coat on. Considering how hot it is outside at the moment, it could easily dry within 10 minutes, not even joking. It's about, you think 97 to 101, I believe, today. It's supposed to get to like 104 or something. I don't know, something stupid. So I'll see you when I get to the next coat. Back, and this is actually day 3. Day 2, I was busy doing stuff. I did put a second coat on a single nightstand. Now that I have 2 coats on there, I am going to list it online for whatever price I think would be reasonable. But before I do that, let me show you what it looks like now, because it has been sitting here for 2 days, 48 hours since I last touched it. As you can tell, it looks a lot better, especially at the top. And consider that I didn't even have to sand it. That is extremely smooth, but again, it's whatever they used before I painted it. Well, that's extremely smooth. And I'm not the best painter, by the way, but I think it turned out pretty good. You can see a little marks right there from what I painted. Didn't need to be painted, but whatever. Beautiful. All right, let's start taking photos. Now, I like to get certain angles so it looks good for the customer. Bad photos, not so much. If you want to know how to make good photos, make good photos. If you want to know how to take good photos, just go online, look what other people do, and so on. Now that I got it all painted, photos taken, we're gonna go post it on Facebook Marketplace, Nextdoor, Craigslist, and the other apps or other websites that you can use online. People cutting grass when you're doing stuff like this. just so you can get the word out, so people see, hey, this is for sale, they want to buy it from me or whoever. So let me go list it, and then we'll go from there. So it's been about, I think, 3, maybe 4 days since I've had someone message me about the nightstand that I'm selling, and I'm meeting up with the buyer right now. I have the item in the back, so let's go meet up with the buyer, and we will go from there. Hello. Go get it. Let you take a look at it real fast. Alright. Sweet. Yes, sir. Good. Yes, sir. I'll give this to you as well. Perfect.
Alright, thank you so
Yes,
much.
sir. You have a good one.
You too.
A nice person. Sold it for $25, if you can see that. And I didn't have to wait too long, 10 minutes, if even that. It's always good to meet up with the person on time, which it was a good time. It was a good time. Everybody did it good. So now that we got $25, we can now use that to flip it. Now that I'm at a spot where I can actually talk to everybody, this is episode 1 of ever how many episodes this is going to be. I'm going to try to turn that $25 into, let's just say $50, for example. Let's see if we can double our money now. And the way to do that is to find something that we can flip for a certain price, and then use that money to continue the series to grow to whatever goal that we need. So, with that being said, thank you for watching episode 1. Yes, it was a short episode. If you want to see any more videos of this challenge to keep going and going, feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel. With that being said, thank you again for watching, and I will see you in episode 2.